Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья, те, кто смотрит нас на платформе Самаркандского форума туризма. Сегодня у нас очень интересный подкаст, встреча с Александрой Тосун, сооснователем INDY. Что это такое? Что это за резервационная система? Мы как раз узнаем вместе с вами сейчас. Что бы я хотел сказать, что это наша не первая встреча. Первая встреча была с Ати Тосун, это сооснователь INDY, ну и по совместительству муж Александры, еще в июне 2020 года, в самый разгар пандемии. Вот тогда Ати рассказал нам о том, как вообще работает INDY, на чем основаны принципы его работы. Сегодня, возможно, что-то повторится, но сегодня мы пойдем дальше. Сегодня мы хотим побольше узнать именно статистических данных, потому что INDY – это уникальная резервационная система, которая фактически является центральноазиатской. То есть она и рождена, и начала свою деятельность в Центральной Азии, и как бы мы можем считать ее несомненно центральноазиатской, поэтому наше название сегодняшней встречи Truly Central Asia, это означает, что несомненно центральноазиатская. Наш диалог с Александрой будет на английском. Я прошу всех включить, кому некомфортно на английском, включить субтитры, и, значит, можно смотреть перевод, да, на интересующем или нужном вам языке. Вопросы, просьба задавать и комментарии в чате трансляции. Мы обязательно с ними разберемся в конце нашей встречи. Итак, я перехожу на английский. Александра, welcome.
Thank you so much. Hello. Hi, everyone.
As I told to our audience, this is our second meeting within last 2.5 hours. You are not first guest on this platform from INDY, but I'm sure we will not repeat what was said 2 years back, because everything is moving.
Oh, no.
We are moving, you are moving. And the floor is yours, Alexandra. I know you have prepared especially for us, for our podcast, some short presentation. Let's start from that. And of course, after me and maybe our participants will have questions to you. So
yes,
please start.
Okay.
Well, tell us your story as well. Like how were you founded, when? Yes, briefly.
I will. So I hope this works. Yes.
Yeah,
that's good.
we see your presentation here.
That's perfect. Well, first of all, Mikael, I want to really thank you so much for having us. It's an honor to talk to your audience and on your platform. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I can't do it in Russian. I'm really sorry. I'm working on that. My Russian is hopefully improving soon. So thanks very much for doing this in English. Yeah, as we said, we want to show you some tourism insights from our platform. So I'm Alexandra Tosun. I'm the co-founder of INDY. This is our team. Some of you might know my husband, Ati Tosun. He's a bit wider known. He's in the whole Central Asia area. Ati is a native Kazakh. He grew up in Switzerland. That's where we met. And that's where the idea of INDY came from. We traveled for the first time together in Kazakhstan and in whole Central Asia after we got married. And we fell in love with the area. We were so amazed by the beauty and the people, the heartwarmth of the people, that we thought, we need to show more of this to the world and bring maybe a bit more travelers to this area. And this is how INDY started in 2016. And ever since, we are on that mission. So,
Alexandra, may I ask specify one point? As far as I remember, Ati is native Kazakh, but he was born in Mongolia.
No, he was born in Turkey.
Oh, in Turkey. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. He was born in Turkey, but he still got relatives in Mongolia as well. You know,
I see,
still the western part of Mongolia is still ethnic Kazakh. The major part is ethnic Kazakh. So there's a lot of still relationships to Mongolia as well. Yes.
I see. I see. Okay. Okay. Please proceed.
Yeah. So yeah, we are an online marketplace. If for those people who don't know us yet, so we do authentic experiences in destinations along the Silk Road. So we are an online marketplace. Yes, we have around a couple of thousand hosts on our platform, all local hosts, and we try to match them with Western travelers, or mostly Western travelers, for this authentic experiences. So why INDY Guide? We are a bit unique. I mean, there are a lot of other tour operators, or no, not tour operators, but marketplaces out there. What is special about INDY Guide is that we are focused on Central Asia. We are focused on this. We always call them underrated destinations, the destinations that are a bit overlooked. You know, there are a lot of big guys like Get Your Guide, Tour Radar, all the others that are doing the same as we do, but we are really focusing on Central Asia, and we are the biggest one in Central Asia marketplace at the moment, because the others, the big ones, have maybe 1 or 2 listings, but we got really a couple of thousands, so it makes us one of the biggest ones.
As we see, Alexandra, you are not one of the biggest, but you are almost the only.
Almost the only in Central Asia.
Okay,
yes.
now your name is on the great spot, which is much bigger than Central Asia. This is like Eurasian, yes, but as far as I know, you are working. By the way, you can tell us the countries you are working in, yeah? Outside, like traditionally Central Asian, like 5 stans of Soviet space, and okay, where else?
Where else? We started with Central Asia. We really started with the stans and Mongolia. This is, you know, what we also knew the best. And then we started to get inquiries from other destinations, like we have now on our platform as well Azerbaijan, Georgia, Armenia, India, Pakistan, Siberia, what did I forget? Nepal and Bhutan as well. So it's about 14 destinations at the moment, but the major part is still Central Asia focused.
And for India, is it all India or Northern India, which is somehow belongs to Central Asia as well?
Yes, yes, it's mostly the northern part of India. You know,
so
we focus.
You are devoted to Silk Road. Silk Road, this is not one way, we all know, but anyway, this is some sort of line, yes, which is crossing the map like this. Yes. So you are in the borders of Silk Road, yeah?
In the borders of Silk Road. And, you know, the destinations that are still a bit off the beaten track, that are a bit, unfortunately, still invisible for most Western travelers. So, you know, the real travel experts are our guides and our hosts, our tour operators that are the local ones that are in the area. What we do at INDY Guide is we sort of increase the visibility of the destinations, so sort of a destination marketing for the whole area. And we try to connect, of course, travelers from all over the world with local hosts. And because, you know, it's a very close to our heart project, the whole INDY Guide company and the whole INDY Guide community. So we also always try as much as we can to support communities, families that are engaged in tourism as much as we can.
And for your naming, I'm like a marketologist. I like naming, and tell us the story, because INDY, first of all, is like somehow connected with India, but maybe it's Indigo. What does it mean, and how did you get this name?
INDY Guide actually comes from independent guide. That was the original idea we had. But funny enough, later, you know, we always had, I don't know if you know this Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Everybody knows.
You know, and Indiana Jones is called, his name is Indy. His abbreviation, or the short name is Indy. And the character that Indiana Jones was based on was an American or English, English, I think, archaeologist and adventurist Roy Andrew Chapman, and he was actually the first one who walked through the Gobi, or who discovered sort of the Gobi area and found the first dinosaur egg. So this is like the side story of the name.
Side story has a direct connection with
the area, yes.
Okay, good. So we see you are representing like online technologies for travel technologies in this big gray spot, which Central Asia is on the map of online bookings. Yes.
Yes.
Also, not only hotel, but by the way, you are combining which in more more developed markets. As far as I know, there are like different reservation systems for local guides. Some are for transportation, of course. For hotels, we know all of them, like Booking or Airbnb. So, but you are combining all these services in one, yeah?
Yes, we do. We are not so focused on accommodation. We do have like yurt stays and homestays, but this is a smaller part. So our main part is multi-day tours. That is the main part we have, or drivers, guides, whatever. But accommodation is a small part of the whole.
Okay. And concerning multi-day tours, are you going to tell us more, or because I have question right now?
I will tell you more.
Okay.
You want to wait, or do you want to jump right in?
Yeah. We can jump to next slide.
Okay. So just to show you shortly, this is our business model. So traveler on the one side, local host on the other side. We try to match them, and for every booking, we take a 10% commission.
Okay.
That is the business model. So why customer choose INDY Guide? We are a Swiss-based platform, so we have a lot of Google reviews already, so we are quite trusted. We have a lot of reviewed hosts. We have a review process for the hosts, so these are trusted hosts on our platform, and people can customize their trips, which is used quite frequently. And the benefits for the hosts, we are a marketing tool for them. We hopefully create business for them and new opportunities. And this is also, you know, we are a community. We try to act as a community. You can learn from each other. You can network. You can share. You can support each other. So this is why hosts choose to work with us.
Point. May I ask you how your community is operating? Is it like some background community which is not seen for those who just like visit your site?
Yes. We have Facebook groups. We have WhatsApp groups. We do sometimes, you know, webinars. We try to meet each other as good as we can when we are in the area. So we really try to be a bit of a community as well for the hosts.
Okay, I see. Okay.
So yeah, and this is the revenue we had for the last couple of years. So we really try to bring revenue for the local providers. So this is, you know, we only work with local providers. We really do. This is important for us. We want to bring, you know, the money inside of Central Asia and that it stays there. So, yes.
And I would add that this money is like, in your case, I think it's a sort of sustainable, supporting sustainability money, because in case of small local providers, this is maybe the bills are not so big, yes, the numbers are not so big, I mean, but the importance of this support, of these bookings, of drivers, of guides, of guest houses is much bigger than just some certain sum of money.
Yes.
So, and also one question, Alexandra, about this slide. Everybody now like displaying past figures, and last is usually 2019. But okay, it's not in your slide. But can you say us, because any figure which was earned on 20, 21, okay, 22 is still on. Any figure matters. Can you at least say us approximately what was earned, maybe even in 2020?
So it's like half, I would say. Half of it. So we are half on track, half of the bookings from 2019. So it's everything.
You mean 2021, I think, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
But this is very good result, because many businesses are still trying to find some like ends to earn something. Yeah. Okay, and what do you expect in 2022?
22, as we had I would say it's probably the same. No, I have to say no, not 20. So 22 is about half, and 21 was less. 22 is about half, and next year we really do hope that it's still increasing. We will be not probably back to 2019, but it will increase. We are sure of that. So I would give ourselves another maybe 2 or 3 years until we're back to 2019.
Are we talking about net revenue or like general sales?
This is sales.
Sales.
Yes.
Okay, yes. You are continuously using this like KPI, yes, because maybe some other indication is changing. For instance, maybe like one bill, one reservation is getting bigger in dollars or less. Are there any trends in changing of ratio between number of reservations and the total revenue, or approximately the same?
I think it's approximately the same. I think there wasn't. I mean, the only thing we can say is probably that the stays are a bit longer nowadays. People look for a bit longer stays. So of course, this is shown also in the volume of the tour package, because they want to stay a bit longer in one area. There are more multi-country requests, so the people do want to stay longer in one area. This does also increase tour packages.
Wow, this is very interesting statistic, like practical statistic, because what I can say, during like COVID years, 2020, 2021, there were many different versions and predictions that travel will be shorter. Yeah, people will like spend less time outside their area. But what you say now is opposite. People,
it's true.
People traveling much, not much, but at least longer, yeah, than before.
You know, I can show you a slide later. I think it has a lot to do with the values that changed a bit for travelers.
Okay.
So sustainability is a much more important keyword in that case. People do want to travel, but they do want to travel in a sustainable way. And the longer you stay in an area, the more impact you have. Like, I mean not like environmental impact, but more like social impact, and you get more out of it, you spend more. So I think that has to do with that people want to stay longer in an area. Also, sort of, you know, digital nomads, people who want to work somewhere and really experience a culture, stay somewhere longer. I think it has a lot to do with that. Out of the pandemic, that the values of travel have changed.
Okay, do they use your system?
Say again?
Do they, those digital nomads, use your system for their bookings?
Well, yes, we also had such. It's not. I think it's increasing. Yes, but we had people that were looking for a longer travels. Yeah.
Maybe not for multi-day tours, yes,
No.
but they can book some facilities.
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's go further.
Let's go. So yeah, for us, more important than the revenue is also important. But we have created until now 20,000 life-changing experiences for travelers, and could empower more than 2,000 hosts to be a part of international tourism, which is very nice for us.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing is, the people who were in Central Asia, they are amazed by Central Asia. We get almost in all the stands more than 90% positive reviews. So people who come to Central Asia really do like it and talk about it, and give really positive feedbacks, which I think is amazing.
Here, I would like to ask you to stop. It's very interesting statistics. Okay, approximately all figures are the same. Not a big difference between 26 and 96 and 99. But how do you think this is very high level of satisfaction, we can say, yeah?
Yeah.
And how do you think, is this because of your service and how your system is working, yeah, or it is the average level of satisfaction of people who are coming to these countries?
I think it has a bit to do with that has different factors. I think it has to do with a lot of with probably the service we do. It has a lot to do with very engaged hosts that really do want to create something special for travelers. But it's also, we have a communication, like a messaging system on the platform. So the travelers and the hosts, they get to know each other before they meet. So they talk about what they want to do. They talk about their programs. They can individualize their programs. They get to know each other. So sometimes they even become friends, and it has also a lot to do with the expectations management of the travelers. What can they expect if something goes wrong, which can happen? Or, sometimes weather is unpredictable, the roads are closed. And if you manage this expectation and you tell them, hey, Central Asia is maybe sometimes it's not as smooth as you used to travel, and people do know and come with this mindset to this area, then it's a lot easier to give a satisfying tour, and that people go home happy.
Can we say that you are by doing what you are doing, actually you are educating both sides to how to work on experiences, yes? Because experiences is not like one side job, yes?
No.
Experience is not a job of experience maker only. Supplier, provider. It's also a job of those travelers who are like seeking for experiences, and to educate them to be closer, to communicate more effectively, yeah? This is, I guess, the greatest mission that you are doing to achieve this good numbers of satisfaction. And Tajikistan is #1, so bravo! Really, really very satisfactory to see it.
But yeah, definitely, I think that has a lot to do with them. It's not only providing education for hosts; it's also education for travelers as well. Also, how to sort of behave and sort of giving a bit insights for a culture, how to deal with that. Yes, I think that's definitely the deal.
Great.
I will continue. Yes, and this shows as well. People, I just want to say here, people do want to travel again. They want to come to Central Asia. It's shown everywhere. And also this is the recovery from the travelers or the bookings on INDY Guide. So it shows what we talked before, or it shows an increase to 2022. And I want to talk maybe a bit about the trends in the travel industry, what is going on the next years. As we can see here, this is from the arrival community, which is also, they're doing statistics for all sorts of tourism numbers, that shows the online sector in the activity market is going up in the next year.
What does it mean online here? Using online technologies for booking?
Yes. Yes.
It's not about virtual tours.
No, this is bookings. Traveler will book more online in the next year. So that sector will grow. Yeah.
But as we see from this diagram, online booking is growing here.
Yes.
It's growing, but total number of bookings only in 2025 it will be higher than
back to 19.
better than 2019. But penetration of online technologies is growing very high. So you educate your suppliers, small suppliers from the very remote areas of the very remote Central Asia,
yes.
to go online. Don't you afraid that they will also work with other reservation systems when they learn how to do it, how to earn money from online, and they will not have like maybe available beds or seats or whatever they sell for you?
No, look, I mean, in the end, we are happy when the people in the area get business. I mean, we are happy when we can support them in our case. But if they get business from somewhere else, that is not. I mean, this is normal. This happens, and this is okay. I mean, we want them to get more business. That's what our intention as well. So no, this is, the market is still big enough for other players as well. The tourism numbers are growing in Central Asia, but they are still on a very small level. So there is still space for more. So
okay, but what I happy to
when they get business.
what I happy to witness that the online pie is growing here. So
yeah,
that means that the share of everyone who is online will also grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also here, this is maybe also interesting. This is a shift after the pandemic, that people are more into experiences rather than things. So people want to experience something authentic. So they're not just go somewhere to see something. Oh, okay, this is nice, and move to the next thing. No, they want to really go into an experience. They want to maybe learn something new. They want to go to a cooking class. They want to, I don't know, learn to horse ride. Or so it's more about the experiences and to really learn something about just be a spectator, I would say.
But can you also explain this diagram? Is this about the ratio between no, I see. Is this about like numbers? For instance, historic and cultural sites, yeah? We see that in 2019 it was like something like 55. And in 2022 it's about like 35, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this like comparison of numbers of travelers involved in this kind of activity, or?
I think it's the demand for travelers. They do demand more guided tours and experiences rather than just one cultural site. This could also be then included in such a guided tour or such an experience. It's not they're not interested in cultural sites anymore, but they are more interested in experience, like a whole package, than just one specific, only like specific attractions, I would say.
Okay, and it's interesting that natural attractions are like less popular this year in comparison with 19, because everybody says that pandemic was like a catalyzer for people to go to nature.
I think that's also combined in an experience. Like the experience, I think is a combination of historical, cultural experiences and natural experiences. So it's all combined in a package, not just rather they do just one thing in specific. They want to do all together, and they want to experience something, you know.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
you have to say, I think it's just shifted from the, oh, I only want to do that, to a combination in, I want to do the whole experience.
Because outdoor adventure activity is also usually is done on the nature, yeah, and this is growing.
Yes, this is also growing, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay, interesting. Okay, next.
You want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, maybe something out of the, you know, what was pre-pandemic was in, I would say, so a lot of weekend trips, short getaways. This was what people preferred. The booking period was long. It was more than 12 weeks. Leisure travel, family adventure travel was very in. The Instagram influencers took a bit over, so those popular destinations were very attractive for travelers. And now in the post-pandemic area, keywords like solo traveling, or as we said before, sustainable tourism, authentic experiences, or these vacations, these digital nomads are more important. Last-minute bookings and longer stays, multi-country travels, we said that before, and also this sort of under-tourism, go somewhere that nobody else is, and giving back something to the community is something that has a lot more impact now on travelers than before the pandemic.
Alexandra, are these trends is a result of your own statistic, or you just compiled them from general trends?
I would say this is a combination of our experiences and other sources as well. Yeah. This is like a combination of different sources, yeah.
Because the picture on the slide is how I perceived INDY Guide.
Yeah, so, it's true.
Like old Soviet car, yeah, and terrain and everything.
This is the authentic experience.
And this is from your area.
Yes. Yeah, I will tell you later a bit of the INDY Guide travelers. There's a bit of a special kind of traveler, but the numbers are growing. I can show you later. So this is a bit more specific now these are now INDY Guide statistics. So these are the mentionings of activities and interests on like a trip request. So you can post a trip request on INDY Guide on the platform and ask about, you know, you say, oh, I want to go hiking, I want to do horse riding in Kyrgyzstan. Please, can somebody give me a tour? And so this is all the keywords that people are asked the most about. So as you can see, like
hiking, this is really keywords, yeah?
This is like keywords, the top keywords we see in these trip requests, yeah. So when creating tour packages...
What is the difference between activities and interests? Interest is the same like activity for me, because if I'm interested in this, one day I do this like an activity.
Yeah, well, you know, activities are really something to do, something you do. But interest is more like, okay, I'm interested in nature, I'm interested in history, I'm interested in culture or architecture, something. So this can be a bit more general, but activities is really something like you do, hiking, off-road, camping, walking, whatever. Yeah.
And so, what can be sold on INDY Guide, for instance? Yes.
Yes. So this is
I can list it. Yes.
Yeah.
As an activity, and interest, it's more about a traveler itself. Himself.
Yeah. So this is like maybe important for people that really operate, or tour operators, or hosts, in general hosts. If you create something on the internet or online with these keywords, it's more likely that you are found for a tour program. Yeah.
I see. I just screenshotted this slide.
This helps to be found more easily.
Very good source for SEO, yes?
Yes, for SEO marketing, which is a big part what we do as well, of course. SEO, we try to be on top on Google for a lot of keywords related to Central Asia and tourism, so that people are found easily. The tours are found easily.
By the way, I don't think you have this slide. If you have, we come to this later, just say, but do you have any kind of figures in your mind now about like how many your users are, or there is a retention rate, I think there is a special term for this. How many users are coming back to you to book next year, next service, next time?
The next service, we have actually, I don't know the exact number, but we have actually quite some people that come back, especially if they travel to one country and they want to explore the next country, and they do it in the second trip, then they often come back to INDY. Yeah, that we have that quite a lot.
So you are a kind of guide for them, yes?
Yes. You know, they see, when they traveled once with hosts from INDY, they see, okay, this works very well, and they're satisfied, so they come back, maybe book a tour then in another country or somewhere else. Yeah, this happens quite a lot.
And concerning these activities and interests, is this like formal number list, or it's like number one in searching, number two in searching, like this?
So these are the top 10s, yeah. So hiking is one of the top ones. Lakes is always at the top. What I think is very interesting is people and local family stays is also quite up high. This is interesting, I think. This shows that people want to have a real connection and with the culture and the people, and really do want to see the real country. I think that's very interesting.
Okay, so you guys are always very generously sharing your statistical results. Yes, I follow you and Ati in LinkedIn, and he is permanently like publishing.
He's a number guy. Yes.
Like this. So, and for those who watch us, I recommend to follow Alexandra or Ati.
Yeah.
And you will find new slides like this. I do hope you will continue to do it.
We do. No, definitely.
Because now I'm like agitating my audience to follow, and I give them hope that you will share in the future.
Yes, because you know the area is so close to our heart. We just want people to increase their businesses and grow.
So we go to certain countries. Great.
Yeah, these are popular keywords. This comes now. People come via Google search to our site with this keyword specific. This is Uzbekistan. So the top 20 keywords for Uzbekistan. So of course here the places are quite up high. This is how they come and find guides or tours on INDY. Yeah, I don't know how long we wanna stay here. I have this for all the stands.
Yeah, but just one moment. I wanna like understand for myself. Okay, it looks like what Uzbekistan offers. Yeah, mainly the historical towns, and but driver and guide are number 4 and number 6. Yeah. That means that there is a big demand to book directly drivers and guides without like going to travel company. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
To book it as a package. How many drivers and guides do you have approximately in Uzbekistan? I mean, listed that can be booked directly. Wow.
This is overall in whole Central Asia. We have around we have 2,000 local hosts on INDY Guide, and this is like for Central Asia. Uzbekistan, we have around 100 hosts at the moment.
Hosts, you mean guides, drivers, and guest houses? Yes, everything.
Host is everything. Yeah, host is everything. I can show you, this is Kazakhstan, we have 130 to 220 Kyrgyzstan and 70 Tajikistan. Wait, I want to show, this maybe, this is the one.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, maybe I show you this first. So this are bookings by category. So the most bookings we get is tours and activities. This makes about 70% are small private tours, what we are the bookings on our platform. But as you can see, drivers are already quite a big part as well as rental cars in some destinations. It depends a bit on the destination, and transfers as well. So since the pandemic, we can say that we have less big group tours. I mean, we were never really into big tours. I mean, that was never the intention we had, but we still got bigger group tours. What we can see is after the pandemic, it got less. So a bit smaller group tours. And the transfers or the drivers are also at the moment in some areas a bit of increasing because of some political situations. Sometimes drivers or transfers are more
complicated
searched than before. Yes.
This, you mean this. My question on this slide is that Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, it's almost 50-50 between organized tour packages and separated services. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And what can you say? Why they do? We can say they are doing very well, because that means that they have a lot of providers for separated services, like drivers, guest houses, guides, or on the contrary, they have undeveloped tour operating, and therefore people go independently. What is a hen and what is an egg in this?
I think Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan is maybe a bit special because, because with the Pamir Highway, drivers are quite often asked, or because it's already sort of the route is already given, to see. So maybe people think that they can easily go around with if they go with the driver instead of a whole tour package and be a bit more independent. And I think for Kyrgyzstan is a bit the same. Instead of like Kazakhstan, where you maybe need a bit more of a guidance to where to go and what to experience, and also it is more difficult to rent cars or to know where to go. I think it has a bit.
So the bigger the country, we can make this conclusion looking at your diagrams. The bigger the country, the more demand for organized packages.
That could be a possible.
Could be one of
the
answers
of the possible conclusions. Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. Show us your breakdown for countries. It's also interesting, which was before.
But the breakdown for countries, you want to go back?
Yeah, because we started with Uzbekistan, with keywords for Uzbekistan. Yeah, but
yes.
Also very curious about other stands.
So this is Kazakhstan as well. Here we can see the destinations are always at the top. Drivers or guides as well are there. Cars as well in there. So it's almost similar than for Uzbekistan with the keywords, except of course
by the way, number 17 is interesting. Almaty Karakol. This is the request for anything concerning this new route. Yes.
Yes.
From Almaty directly to Isykyul, and people are searching for, I think, for guides and for
transfer or whatever. Yeah.
Transfer and maybe for packages. Yeah, but this is new route.
So this is what we always also, when we talk to destinations, you know, or tourism representatives from countries. We always enhance how that we think it's very important that, you know, with the borders, that it's made as easily for travelers to cross borders as it is possible, because those multi-country trips is still very popular, and people really do the synergies, you know, you can have from this whole Central Asian area. This could be what we think could be much more used.
Oh, yeah. Synergy, good word for what we have to do here.
Yeah, yeah. You know, Central Asia as a total package, you know, not like just every country separated, but like as a whole package with the Silk Road. This has so much opportunity.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Next.
Yes, this is Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan we have as well, car driver. In the top 20. Car rentals is in Kyrgyzstan a bit more popular because of the Pamir highway, but as well the destinations that are interesting.
And horse, is this about horse riding? Yeah,
horse
or horse
riding?
for carrying luggage? Yeah.
It's more horse riding trips. This is very popular in Kyrgyzstan. This will be also popular in Mongolia, but we did not focus on Mongolia here.
I see this horse riding like keeps big share.
Very
like
big, very
big share.
Yeah, very popular. Also,
and
not
only, supply is also big, yeah.
Yeah. Not only one like short trips, also multi-day trips with horses are quite popular. This is sort of the, you know, experience, because this is something, a horse riding trip you don't really do in Europe. I mean, this is maybe you go half a day or maybe 2 hours and ride somewhere with a horse, but those multi-day horse riding trips, this is really an experience that you cannot have this here in Europe. There's just no space, you know. There's not enough space. There's always a city or traffic, or, you know, so the horses get distracted. And this is something people will come home and tell everyone, you know, I've been 1 week with a horse in the mountains, and this probably is something that they will say is life changing.
Yeah. So no doubts about Pamir Highway. It's number one always. Yes, for Tajikistan. What is interesting again, number 19 is Bishkek. So people are looking for combination.
No? Yeah, combination of styles.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah, this is the overview from the hosts we had before. Uzbekistan around 100. Of course, the hubs, Tashkent, Bukhara, Samarkand, we have the most. We would love to have more people in the Fergana Valley, Nukus area, because I think it has so much to offer. But if the people, you know, the travelers don't see it as the offerings, they don't know what is there. They don't know what they can experience there. So we need to show them more, you know, and then the bookings will come.
And I just screenshotted this slide because I will send it to some of my friends and colleagues into southern regions of Uzbekistan, which are not represented at all. It's Kashkadarya and Surkhandarya. They have many things to offer exactly for your audience, for INDY Guide. Because they are more like for adventure travel, not big hotels, but many natural and adventure opportunities. So I will try to
please, yeah, please.
People to be presented here.
But you know, we have the same thing. Yeah, we have the same. Oh, look, we have nearly 100 in Almaty, in the Almaty area. We have only one in the East Kazakhstan part, which, you know, with the Altai Mountains has also so much to offer, as well as in the Mangistau, Turkestan area. So we really do hope to get more operators or hosts in that area. Kyrgyzstan as well. I mean, of course, Bishkek, most of them in that area, but a bit more represented also in Osh, which is good. because we know we want all the areas to have an opportunity to work with tourists or with travelers, not only the main cities. We also want to have those small guides that live somewhere in the rural area to have a chance to interact with Western travelers. Yeah, Tajikistan as well, of course, Dushanbe the most, but at least some in the Murgab Khorog area, we have there some parts.
Alexandra, yeah, here. So tell us, what do you do to increase the number of suppliers? Okay, you say you use all the promotion technologies, SEO, yes, for getting more leads, yeah, and traffic to your site. But what do you do to increase the number of suppliers? What kind of like actions, promotion you do for more suppliers to learn about your platform?
So, usually pre-pandemic, we really try to be as much in the Central Asian area as we can, be at conferences, meet the people there, like sort of really be there, which made it a bit hard during the pandemic. We also did change we have a new website since 2020. And the change, from one website to the other was, we had more hosts on the old website because just also many people during the pandemic stopped working in tourism. They just needed to have something else. They needed other income, so they stopped working in tourism. And we really do hope that they get back again. So we really, so we try as much to be present in the Central Asian area as we can to get some ambassadors for INDY Guide. And I really hope we also find here some people, ambassadors for INDY Guide, that maybe talk about us and get people to join us. Because, I don't know if I mentioned it, it's free to join for any host. We don't take anything from the hosts. You can just come participate. It's a marketing channel for you. We do marketing, we do PR for you, and you can just have another sales channel. So it's not that much of an effort. We do have a verification process for our hosts. We need to some sort of check, sort of have the opportunity to check the quality of a host. But anything other than that, and putting the tours up on INDY Guide, it's not much of an effort.
Oh, okay, I see. And how are you going to reach those empty gray spaces in your statistic of local hosts, like let's say within a couple of years? Are you going to increase your penetration to those areas of each country where you are not represented at all, or you have one or two local hosts, which is not enough for people to book, to choose to go?
No, we really, this is work we are now focusing on. We try to work close with tourism boards now to get to more operators and hosts and guides and driver or whatever. So we really try to connect with tourism boards or host associations, or whatever there is around. We try to work a bit closer with them. But this is a project now we are, after the pandemic, we really try to focus on.
And platforms like Samarkand Tourism Forum is?
Yes, of course.
And by the way, we are sort of your ambassadors, because
that would be, and that's why we are very happy to speak.
We are
speak with you today.
Constantly sharing message about you with our audience. Alexandra, do you have more slides?
I have more. We don't have much time, I see, but maybe something about...
okay, but at least this slide is very interesting.
Yeah,
we will go one by one.
Something that also is close to our heart, male hosts, female hosts. We do have female hosts, about 24%. We would also, like to increase that number, if that the women have also the chance to work in tourism. That would be nice. So we are always helping as well female hosts if they do want to join tourism to come and be part of us. This is maybe also interesting, something independent guides versus tour operators. Yeah, overall, you can see it. Tour companies, we still have lots of individual guides. You don't have to be a big tour operator to join us. We have independent guides. And what is maybe important to say is that travelers don't really decide with who they book. If it's an independent guide or a tour operator, it doesn't really matter for them as much. What they seek is like a personal connection with the host, how the host communicates with them, how they interact with them, how flexible they are for their needs. And this is more why they choose to book with a host. And they don't really make the difference between independent guide or tour operator. And also we see in the bookings, it's about the same. It's not much.
And how do you realize the difference? Do you check like licenses? How do you understand is this independent guide or tour organizer? Because now, for instance, in Uzbekistan, guides can organize tours according to law without any like license, which is requested for tour operating.
You know, but on our side, it's not really for a guide for a traveler. It's not really visible anyway if you're a tour operator or not, because you know we do not allow on the website any company names or anything. So the profile is always under a specific name. And so it doesn't really, for the traveler, it doesn't really make a difference if it's a tour operator or not. And when we talk to people, we always try to meet as many people as we can, as many hosts as we can in person. But if it's not possible, so we have this verification process. We check IDs, we check backgrounds, and we have an interview, an online interview. So we get to know the people. And then, of course, you ask and you get to know the background of those people and how long they are in tourism and why they are in tourism.
Okay. Mongolia is leading in independence, in tour operating, yeah?
Yes.
In a ratio of organized tours. Yes. Maybe because Mongolia is very big, yes. And
it's really hard to go around, you know. It's
it's not easy to go independently.
That's maybe also interesting. Group size, 50% is 2 persons. So as I said, small private tours, and 2 to 3 days in average. This is the tour duration, but this is just an average because you know it also depends a bit on the country. Like especially in Kazakhstan, we get a lot of 1-day trips or 2-day trips. In Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, also maybe longer trips.
So this statistic is for all countries, yeah?
This is now for all countries, yeah.
Yeah, it can be useful like a general trends only, yeah?
General trends, yeah.
But not specifically for every country.
Yeah. These are the most demanded stand combinations. As we said before, this is also something which is always asked for. Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, which is at the moment, of course, a bit difficult, but is still, or was at least still very demanded. Yeah, it is still demanded, but there's just another way around at the moment.
Demanded, did you analyze requests or tours which were like realized?
This is demanded, so this would be preferred for the travelers, yes.
Yeah, by request, yeah?
By request, yeah. And here we have, well, most popular destinations at the moment. Of all of our destinations, we have Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Tajikistan. Out of the 14, still the stands are our main core business.
Most popular, so you count particular number of, again, requests or services bought through your
bookings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bookings, yeah. So Kyrgyzstan is number 1 and with a big difference, even with Uzbekistan.
Yeah. Maybe a word about the travelers. So we focus a bit on individual travelers, as we said, you know, small groups. So the typical INDY guide traveler is a bit of adventurous. He's a bit is independent, open-minded. And so they do want to connect with locals. They will respect traditions. They learn about the history, or they do want to learn about history and travel with those values we talked about before, you know. And this is maybe also an interesting slide. This is a survey we just recently did with travelers that have been already in Central Asia, and we asked them, why do you travel? So most of them said nature, culture, and local people. This is why they traveled and why they would also go back to Central Asia, because of those factors.
It's interesting that attractions is only like on the tail at the end of the list. Yeah. Yes, and for instance, most of operators and guides in Uzbekistan are sure that attractions is number one. Yes, because when you see promoting materials, you see that they put attractions. I mean, like historical buildings, yes, domes, blue domes, and very rarely the number ones of your list. And can you go to previous slide?
Previous, yes.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, it's like this question is about both this and next slide, because now there is a lot of buzz about requests for sustainability from travelers. Yes, tell the truth, I have never faced it myself. Like if somebody asked, give me something sustainable, I don't think buyer, customer, traveler operates with this terminology. Yes. Nobody will ask sustainability because sustainability is intangible, yes, and nobody really needs it. But some components of sustainability can be a part of the package or of the travel, yeah. So looking at this at these characteristics, what can we say belongs to sustainability aspect?
Look, I can show you something. Maybe this slide. We also did sustainability.
Good. Go.
I'm well prepared. We also asked them about sustainability and what, you know, because sustainability, it's a big word and everybody understands something different about sustainability and what does it really mean. So we did ask them, what is sustainability for you? And number one here is respect local traditions, protect environment, protect wildlife, and support local communities. So this is what our travelers understand out of sustainable tourism. But, you know, I mean, I know sustainability during the pandemic, it was a bit on the back of our heads, but because other things were more important. But I think now in terms of at least Western travelers, this is still very, as this comes more and more, people want to travel. They do want to travel, but they want to travel with values, and they want to see their values and the impact of their values in their travels. So, you know, nothing that has to do with exploiting nature, nothing that has to do with exploiting animals. See something that is real, that is authentic, and not something superficial, something artificial. See that the local community really gets something out of it, you know, that they have something, selling local products or you know, try local products. So these are all sustainable things that can be in a tour package, or even, you know, maybe, I don't know, show in a tour package how the local community also benefits from tourism, or show that you don't use plastic in your tour products, or that you reduce as much as you can environmental impact. That can be really a lot, but this can be definitely an advantage to sell a tour package to Western travelers.
And are you going to force sustainability on your platform to implement some kind of maybe sustainability rating for products, or I don't know, yeah, something which will define some products, yes, that they are like sustainable, proved by INDY Guide.
Yes.
And you will explain why you consider them sustainable.
Yes, there are actually some projects we are thinking about in sort of not certifying, but in those area with sustainability and to give sustainable tourism products a special sort of certification. There are some projects going on in that area. Yeah.
Certification, it sounds quite strong. Yes, you are not certifying organization, but maybe it can be
it's not certification.
On rating. Yes.
Yes.
You just can create a possibility for users to vote. Yes, is this like a sustainable product or not, based on their own experience?
Yeah, and people are really especially Western travelers are very sensible about sustainability now.
Okay. Do you have something else for us?
I have more. Do we still have time?
We are already.
We are already a bit over.
Let's see 3 more slides. Yeah.
Okay. So this is the demographics of our travelers. Female, male is almost, it's 40 to 60. 40% are over 45 years, but still there is.
But it was another slide about gender difference, and it was different statistic.
That was hosts.
This is travelers. Yeah.
This is travelers. The other one was hosts. And so the average, we have a lot of people traveling as well between 25 and 30.
Do you have any kind of like a stimulation of females like hosts to be more active in tourism?
Like female hosts, you mean?
Maybe some kind of, again, like you say, promotion or educational program.
Well, yeah, I mean, we were thinking about doing host trainings as well in that special area, and we support really in any kind. If somebody needs a special support, we are always here. We can always talk with us or get the support from us. But yeah, this is definitely something we are having in our mind to increase that number. And maybe here's something I also want to add is, for tour products or for tourism products, the more specific something is for a sort of a segmentation kind, the better is also to be found or to stand out and to give something different, maybe something especially for women or especially for a bit older people or especially for the young people. This can be also very, very interesting to attract new travelers, to create a special tour package.
Special tour package, or somehow like highlight that this guest house is run by women, or something like this. Yeah? And we all know that behind the scene, anyway, any kind of like accommodation actually is everything is done by women. Yeah,
most of the time.
But maybe only drivers really men. Yes, they are doing the job. Yes, but in guest house, even if officially the owner is a man, yes, and it's indicated in your statistic, yeah, but mainly job is done by women. So as a marketing tool, because you emphasized it at the beginning that you are also marketing tool for your hosts, yeah. So you can help them to highlight the role of women.
Definitely, yeah. I show you just this one. This is the source markets we have for the different stands. But maybe we can, we can share the slides as well. You can, for everyone who's interested.
By the way, in comments there is such a request. I would ask you to send it to me or share directly in Samarkand Tourism Forum Telegram group.
Yes, we will do that.
And I will ask my assistant Dina now to share the link to Samarkand Tourism Forum group in this chat. so people can join us and download this presentation later.
Perfect. That is super.
No, please back to that slide. Yeah. Of course, we have to mention, to stipulate that this statistic is for INDY, because this everybody knows, for instance, United States is not #1, yes, source market holds big stand, but for INDY, statistic is like this.
Yeah. INDY statistic is like this, which I also think is very interesting, is for Kyrgyzstan, India at the #1 position. Also, Uzbekistan, India is quite high. So we do not only attract Western travelers, the other Asian countries are also very well represented on INDY Guide.
Yeah, India as a #1 is very surprising for me.
Yeah, it's surprising.
So that means that the number of independent Indians traveling,
is growing.
Adventurous travelers, yes, is growing very high.
Yeah, because we usually don't do big group tours. So these are not the big group tours. These are also individual Indians that are traveling, and this close. So it's not that far away from Central Asia. So this makes it quite attractive for them. And you can also see on the next slide, this is the bookings, where the bookings were made. And what is maybe interesting is that 23% book when they are in the area. So they are already in Central Asia and they still book something, or they book in something. So
this is really very indicative, because I don't think many people are aware about it. They think everything is booked beforehand, and when person arrives, it's already too late.
Yeah, it's not true. It's not.
It doesn't have to. Only the taxi drivers never say die, and they like offer their services. Yes, but we have to market. We have to market. I mean, providers of tours and activities. We have to market ourselves for those who arrive the same, because this 23% gives you much more chances to be booked than before, because traveler is here, you are here, yeah, you are very close to each other, so the number of marketing channels is narrowing when person arrives, yeah, because most of platforms, they book beforehand, and they're not working with local providers. So interesting.
And this is also, that shows as well that I lost my thought. Maybe we'll come back. I lost my thought. That's what I want to say. The more spontaneous and flexible and fast you can answer then for requests, the more likely you get the booking, because then people want to do something the next day. They want to book something now and do it the next day. So this is as fast as possible to answer for requests and to get the booking.
Yeah, and for this instant booking, online platforms is like something which is only can be used. Or we have two types of travelers who go from door to door, yes, and they like book themselves offline, or they book platforms like you are to book immediately when they arrive to the place, and maybe they have a look around, yes, and they already know what they want, but they will choose particular place. Okay, one more slide.
Oh yeah, now we are at the end.
So I'm very lucky that I didn't say 2 more slides.
2 more slides, yeah.
3 more slides.
2 more slides. 2 more slides.
Three more slides, because this is a third one.
This is well, the last one is just
okay.
No, this is a bit just the conclusion what we said before. What in future probably will happen from our view. Trips will become more digital, more flexible, more spontaneous in a short notice. Underrated destinations are chosen more than the mass tourism destinations. Private trips are popular. Activities, outdoor and cultural experience, and really people want to experience something meaningful. They want to reconnect with nature. They want to enhance something spiritual, maybe even after the pandemic, you know. So this is a bit our conclusion from what we said before. And yeah, this is just, you know, INDY Guide, we want to make invisible destinations visible. We want to get those offline local hosts online and create value for the whole Central Asian region. And yeah, as we said before, if you want to support us, we will be more than happy to have more guides on hosts on INDY Guide if you become an ambassador of INDY Guide. And also if you have blog posts or any type of content for us, we can share about the Central Asian culture and traditions. We are more than happy to share this. We're always looking for destination sponsors that we can even maybe waive some of the commissions for our local hosts. Because, you know, with those 10%, we are on the bottom of everybody else. Most of the other marketplaces, they have much higher commissions, but we have the commission to maintain the website and do marketing. So that's why we need the commission. But this would be also something we would like to waive those commissions. Yeah, and we can always share statistic numbers. We really try to enhance tourism numbers, and we also can do marketing trainings for local providers. That's what we can deliver.
Okay, great. I'm looking through the numerous comments today. Our chat is quite active, but I don't see something which could be called like a direct question to you. And I see somebody from your team, most probably this is Ati, is answering already in the chat. So, thank you, helping us. Just let me go through this big list of very interesting comments. I will learn them later, and I recommend to see it.
Can I also see them then?
Yeah, you just go to the chat in the same translation using the same link.
Nice.
Comments are very interesting, but the question is. The booking okay, this is more like comments. Yes, this is not questions. I don't see any question. Yeah, so that means that Alexandra, we can finish now, but this is not an end of our story of our friendship and cooperation. And I do hope to see you and Ati offline in Samarkand.
Please,
in one of our forums. Yeah,
that would be really nice.
It will be the greatest impact that you can do for, we can like provide audience for you. Those,
yeah, you know, personal relationships is still something that is just, it's important. It's important to see the people, to meet the people, to talk with them, and to see how they feel. This is the most important thing.
So thank you very much. See you next time in one of our online events.
Thank you so much. I hope it was interesting for the audience and for you, and I hope to share some more insights another time. If you have any questions or the slides, we will share. And if you have any questions, you can always write us an email. We're always here.
Thank you, Alexandra.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Central Asia.
Bye-bye.